I think I should put in for this program next time. Although I'm not an artist, but you guys are learning now, so we can always train me. Okay, so my knowledge of artists is that you guys tell stories. You tell stories in different ways. How has this program improved your communication skills? Because you have to be able to communicate what you have in your mind with the larger audience. So, Sheon, can you tell me how has it improved that for you?
Truth be told, I hate telling people about my art.
You say what?
I hate telling people about my art. Like,
why?
The meaning, like the deep meaning about my art, because some of my art are personal stories of people, like true life stories of people.
Okay.
So I'm like, oh, this is my work. It's Scream. It's titled Scream. So go figure it out. So, but you know, I felt restricted because I was not having that conversation more, but I was having conversation with the people I'm telling their story more than the people I'm telling
the story to.
Yeah. And coming to 1952 program, this art program, it was not only about them anymore. I got to also understand myself because I've never created anything for myself, about myself. So I've always created works about people around me, people that live with me, people that is in my community, people that inspired me, people that yet to inspire me, and people that are like, okay, they are going through this, let me just tell their story, give them a voice. But what about my own voice? But coming to this place, it was emotional. A lot of emotions was running down the
stream.
The stream, yes.
Stream of emotions.
Right. Streams of emotions. You know, everybody telling, you know, and I felt strong. Like, okay, I should tell my story. It's very, very important.
Correct.
Because you know, sometimes you pack up all these emotions in you and you have nobody to share them with. So then you look like you could listen to other people. People could come to you and tell their stories and you can't actually, you could give them good advice. You don't know if it's good advice or not, but you say something and they're okay with it, but nobody have actually come to you to give that safe advice. You understand? Because you are not telling your own story. People are not hearing you. So it's making me want to speak out. It makes me want to create something for myself. Make me want to draw people more to my story. Like, okay, this is Sheon. Meet Sheon. Not just, Sheon, you know, not the usual Sheon. Yes, he's always smiling, he's always crazy, always connect with everybody. No, like Sheon in depth, like connect.
Okay, so now would you say that with what Night 52 Africa is doing, you can better tell your story now?
Yes, I could better tell my story.
Okay.
Not just, okay, go and figure it out. Now I could tell you.
You know how to say to them.
Yes, this is the reason I'm creating it.
Okay.
If you don't know, you need to get it now. Like get it right now. Like this is it. And you need to connect. You need to know that there are people out there, and not just people out there. You yourself need somebody to talk to. You yourself need somebody to connect with. You yourself need somebody to share your emotions with. Only you don't have a partner, but somebody you know you're on the same frequency, you're on the same vibe. Okay, this is what is happening around me. What do you think?
Great.
So my art is that platform. My art is just that therapy, a therapeutic stage where you could say, okay, the 1950 make me understand that, okay, this is the process. This is how you achieve it, and this is how you execute it.
Great.
So it's not just the art alone, but you must be involved because you're the artist.
Amazing. So I would like to ask you, Jane, because you seem like you're giving me this vibe of a very shy person. So somebody doesn't tell a story, or maybe you might find it hard to like let people know that this is what I'm actually saying. So how has this program reshaped your mind? How has it been able to help you communicate with your audience better? How?
Okay, at first when I started creating, that was before I came to the residency. I was just like creating, just maybe for the fun of it. So, but when we were giving assignments, I mean, sometimes I'll even tell one of the others, I'll be like, so art is more than this. because I was thinking that art is something I can escape from talking, where I'll just create, and then somebody will be like, oh wow, I like this.
You understand?
So I didn't know that you'd have to maybe share a story for it to be sold, like to have a backup So when we're giving those researches, we go to the library, we go to exhibitions, we talk about works. Then I made research and even had to interact with artists, and they would give more ideas on what to research on. So after all that, there were now stories that came up. And then when I created with stories or with whatever I researched.
Okay.
So yeah, so
now you are out of, should I say you're out of your shell, moving out of your shell gradually, and
Well, I'm moving out of my shell.
Great. So, okay, I would like for you all to answer this question. What is your opinion on the valuation of artists generally, the global treatment of artists? How do you think artists are valued in the way they are supposed to in Nigeria or beyond the shores of Nigeria? Do you think you are given the fair treatment, the treatment that you deserve, or the valuation that you deserve?
No.
No. Is it just here in Nigeria or?
I will start from Nigeria.
Okay.
I won't say the word in general because I've not been to other
Africa
places.
or Africa in general.
Africa, I've not been to other places, but I'm in Nigeria right now. I'm going to talk about Nigeria. Okay. So I would say my opinion, like, I think we are not really here that much, but it's actually improving, not like compared to before. Like, okay, if you say you want to study art, why don't you go to Babashukura Toani? It's at the street, or like somebody that's
to learn a trade.
Yeah, like the roadside
as a trade.
As a trade. Just go to the end of the street. But now arts have been seen with another perspective. Like, okay, you could maybe, because my dad, when I started doing art, my dad like, I'm not gonna pay your school fees for art.
Wow.
Yes, you left all the way from medicine.
Oh, that's a big departure.
And funny enough, doing my IT and I created the artwork. I was not at home. I went to the church and one of my uncle came around like, wow, who did this? Like, I said, your brother. He's like, is this gonna sell? My dad said, yes, it's gonna sell. And like, my dad now called me like, how much do I say? 400K. And like, this small work is 400K. It's like, I say the work is 400K, 400,000 naira. No go come. He's like, so this art is very, very expensive. So we sold the work to my uncle and I came back home and like, come, we need to sit down and talk. Explain this art to me.
Well.
So I think it's been changing bit by bit, but still, we still need bigger change because art is actually needed in the community. Not just because we want to create art or we want to tell a story, but the truth about it is we have our own voice, not just the music alone, not just the movies alone, movie industry alone. Because if you said back in the old times, these artists, they were very, very important. They seek advices from them. Some of these artists even wrote some of the books we're using today.
Sure.
Like the Human Anatomy, the first artist that designed the Human Anatomy book, Da Vinci. You understand? Some of these artists make weapons. These people were very, very important, but today we are not actually that much. So in Nigeria, oh my God, if you don't know person, to know another person, you feel no self.
But taking the focus away from Nigeria, let's move Africa as a whole. Do you think African artists are valued the way a non-African artist would be valued? If you put Ademola and a Sheo, and then you put them next to Da Vinci or Picasso, do you think you'll be valued on the same level? Same level?
Okay.
Yes, we can be valued. Like,
but are you being valued right
now? Currently, I will say no. But we can be valued. So we just have to own it. Like, we have to earn it.
Yeah.
That's it. It's. I feel like it is also a work on. It's not just the industry on its own, the outward industry. We have to do it. Like, it is a responsibility on our part to do it. So before they start seeing you as something valuable, you have to see yourself as such. So then you speak and create art that are valuable. Great. And when you tell the story, you put it to their face that it is valuable. So I think it begins with us, not just someone coming for the sake of, let's just make African art valuable. And it goes beyond mask. African art goes beyond mask. We have emotions too. We have emotions to express too. Just it goes beyond mask. So I feel like it's also a work on our part. Like, we
yeah.
have to see, we don't have to continue that reading of African art is not valuable, but we have to start, we have to change it. So it is when we change it, then that is when they start seeing us as that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Amazing. Because I, for one, would you have something to
I
say?
have something to say.
Okay.
Yeah. In addition to what she said, I believe that as Africans, we have lots of stories to tell. If we can leverage on the power of storytelling, musicians sing and their voices are heard. Performing artists, they act and their voices are heard, the movie industry. And then for the visual art sector, we can tell our stories, we can tell our stories visually. And I believe that artists art is a lens to many possibilities. Art can be used as an advocacy strategy, as a therapy, as a tool for communication. And then if, I feel like art is a language that even the deaf, the blind can understand. Do you understand me? So why shouldn't we tell our stories through our arts as Africans? We have lots of stories from our history to our culture. And, sometimes we don't value these things. We have to start valuing ourselves first as artists. And then other people would value us too. So and I also think that artists change the face of design in a society.
Yeah.
As an artist, what stops you from being a designer? What stops you from being the best you can be? Like when I was doing my video, I talked about women. I believe that African women can optimize the fullest potentials, can live optimally to their fullest potentials, can be the best they can be. So I believe that as Africans, starting from ourselves, we have to first value our work, value ourselves, and others will now value us that way too.
Yeah. I'm being schooled here right now. It's like, okay, it's amazing. You want to say something? Okay, briefly.
Then after that, one way in which art can be promoted is platform like this.
Yes.
The very vision of this gallery is to promote the artists, the African artists that are undervalued.
Yeah.
So if you are good, I'm born an artist, my dad is an artist. So if you are good and you don't have a platform like maybe to Africa, you don't have galleries, you don't have promoters, you don't have those who can shout you to the world, those who can project who you are to the world, I will say that no matter how good you are still nobody. So that's one way by which artists can be promoted. So you are very good, you are skilled, you are like that. You can never be like the council if you don't have platform like this.
Yes.
So thanks to Native to Africa.
Amazing.
I think the promotion is what we need, what artists need.
Africa.
Yes,
The support.
The support and the big hype. That is it. That's what we need.
So I'm becoming an hype man. Hype man from now, you get. You need to start hyping artists.